The next generation of Xbox has been a little bit of a talking point in the headlines as of late, and it looks like even more details are coming to the surface in regards to some brand new hardware. But let's break that all down. Up next. What's going on, guys? It's Kalo, and I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and welcome to the Level Up. So, just as I assumed I'd be taking a little break from making videos because, quite honestly, I thought it was the holidays, I thought everything would be quiet in regards to gaming news, but here we are, we got some brand new Xbox news. And it looks like Xbox is now joining in on the next-gen console leaks as of late that have been taking over gaming headlines. And let me tell ya, things are looking pretty damn good. This new report comes to us from Windows Central's Jez Corden, and it looks like more details pertaining to Xbox's next-gen hardware is now out in the wild. Quote, as part of the canceled mid-gen Xbox consoles Brooklyn and Elwood, Microsoft had also planned a new controller dubbed Sebel. The controller is detailed below, showcasing direct-to-cloud connectivity, alongside various other improvements. While Elwood and Brooklyn has seemed to be canceled, I've got it on good authority that Sebel still exists, and is planned to launch alongside the next generation of Xbox console hardware. Now, if you are around gaming news over the past few years, or you're a little bit familiar with Xbox, this controller looks a tad bit familiar, mainly because this controller alongside this cylinder-like Xbox console was leaked out through various documents during the FTC versus Microsoft trial. And it does look like earlier this month, Xbox filed this here patent that paired up with this controller, giving us more details about how exactly this thing would work. Quote, a haptic motor may be embedded into a handheld device, worn device, or other device to provide an end user with an instant motion feedback. Also referred to haptic feedback while interacting with the device. Non-limiting examples of such devices include gaming controllers, mobile game consoles, smartphones, tablet computing devices, gaming steering wheels, virtual reality controllers, virtual reality headsets, and styluses. In examples where a device is used for gaming experience, such instant haptic feedback can lead to a more immersive gaming experience. The haptic feedback typically takes the form of a vibration or an impulse, driven by one or multiple superimposed electrical wave functions. The haptic motor will generate an impulsive force that accelerates the controller to produce a rumble feel or high-definition crisp shock feedback depending on the frequency of the force. Now, scientific terms aside, long story short here, this is pretty much Xbox's take on a DualSense controller, and it looks to have plenty of similar features. I mean, it's also no secret by now, Phil Spencer is a fan of the PS5 controller, and praised it on multiple occasions, and even went as far to say, hey, Xbox should be doing something just like this. I view this as nothing more but great for the consumer, mainly because I do think at the end of the day, the PS5 controller is the best controller on the market. And I do get form factor kind of plays into this, but again, I think that's personal preference. But given the tech within the DualSense controller and the overall immersive experience it does offer while playing games like Astrobot, I do think it's top of the line. I also hope this isn't the only thing that Xbox does take away from its competitors as far as controllers go. I mean, who knows, if Xbox wanted to add a feature like gyro support for FPS games, that would be a welcome addition. But I do understand at the end of the day, that's more of a niche feature. But again, the more you offer up to the consumer, the better the overall gaming experience you have there. Hell, even buttons on the back of the controller would be a nice addition too. And I know this is something they already offer up on the Pro line of controllers, but to even just offer that up on the base models, even if it's just 2 buttons on the back, that would be pretty nice as well. And to kind of just take a step back here and look at Xbox's next generation hardware, or at least alleged hardware, things are looking pretty damn good. They're releasing an Xbox/PC gaming handheld, allegedly. They're also releasing the largest technical leap forward for a home console, and now this haptic feedback controller. This all sounds interesting pending execution, like I always say, especially with Xbox. But coming from a pure Xbox fan here, I am quite excited to see how this all pans out. But with all that being said, I'm going to pass this one off to you guys. What do you think of this development? Would you be down for a haptic feedback controller on the Xbox side of things? Let me know in the comments down below. But that about does it here. I've been K-Lo, I gave you the lowdown on all things gaming, and if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and this has been the Level Up.